Beautiful friend, welcome to the first video. This is the first action of this incredible journey through self-transformation. And I would like to start with sharing with you a little story. Over the last 15 years, I've traveled the world exploring transformation from many different angles. From breathwork to nervous system training, to Zen master training, meditation, extended darkroom retreats. Yes, I've literally spent over 60 days in darkness with breatharians in total sum, in deep search of what is true meaning of life. I was done living in depression, anxiety, pain, and I was ready to embark on these deep embodied awareness practices. I was on a real journey through self-transformation, not just learning and other techniques, but actually living them. Now, out of everything that I've explored, one practice stood out above all of them. Not because it was intense, not because it was complicated, but because it worked everywhere in real life. I call it the instant presence, and it's completely changed my life and changed lives of tens of thousands of people around the world. It's so simple. So instant presence, it's not a meditation in the traditional sense. It's not about stopping your thoughts, and it's not about achieving a special state. It's about learning how to come back to your center while you're living this life. In life, we tend to be all over the place, in the past, in the future, on our phones. And what happens is, especially for those that wake up first thing in the morning and go straight on your social media notifications, we tense up, we lose the sight of our breath, and we immediately allow the unconscious mind to be the forefront of our choices. Now, in that same time, as we stop breathing, we go into a shallow breathing. We are moving into the state of sympathetic overdrive, where we are constantly living in a fight or flight response. On top of this, imagine that you're living this incredible life, but you forget to breathe. You forget to enjoy every moment of that situation that you're living in. And imagine that you're constantly making choices, the same old patterns over and over again. Now, this technique combines three elements that directly influence the nervous system. The first is coherent breathing. Breathing in and out the nose, steady rhythm, about 5 to 6 seconds on inhale, 5 to 6 seconds on exhale. This style of breathing have been shown to stimulate the vagus nerve, increase your heart rate variability, improve your oxygen and carbon dioxide balance, and signal safety to your nervous system. Now remember that moment. Imagine that you had a negative email in the morning, or someone crossed right in front of you in a car. You have a choice to either react or what I like to call proact. This is when we start bringing our choices and consequences back into our hands, and it starts with the breath. When the body feels safe, the mind naturally settles. This is not about forcing the breath. It's about letting the breath guide you, breathe you back into regulation. Now imagine that next time that you go on your phone, you are aware of your breath. Even though you might be scrolling, searching for something, or writing an email, imagine that you continue that flow, so that way you can open all of the natural stimuli of your body, of the rest and digest, and most importantly, to heal. The second element is the body awareness. Most of us live in a world of constant stimulation. Through the constant stimulation, we tense, we hold on to the breath, we slip into the autopilot again. And most importantly, we hold it in the body. So even while you're listening right now, can you relax your shoulders, relax your stomach? It is time that we allow the body to do its functions. By gently bringing the awareness back into the body, we interrupt that pattern. Sensing the body restores the natural feedback and all of the loops between brain and the nervous system. It brings you back into the present moment. You're no longer lost in your head. You're here, present. Body becomes the barometer, not the temperature. We become present in every single situation, and we allow all of our natural healing abilities to simply do its work as they meant to. The third element is stillness and silence beneath the noise. Even if you are in the busiest place on earth, like music festival, maybe an airport, I actually love practicing this, especially in these contracts, because there is always that stillness and silence, that beautiful little ooh, maybe it's a light waterfall sound. Different people hear it differently, but it's the silence underneath the noise. Learning to notice that brings you back into stillness. It shifts the brain out of the reaction into the observation. You're no longer reacting. You're automatically responding consciously. This is what people mean by being aware of being aware. And so, before we do anything in our beautiful journey, instant presence is not about doing more. It's about remembering who you are. I know this might be simple, but I would like to challenge you to continue remembering your breath, body's presence and the stillness and silence beneath the noise as frequently as you can. You don't need to understand this perfectly. You just need to experience it. Watch this once, then move directly into guided practice. Let your body learn what your mind doesn't need to figure out. This is where the real shift happens. And so, maybe you start the first thing in the morning with this. Maybe midday through your day, you take a pause, even just for 2 or 3 minutes. And maybe the last thing at night. Now, in between those times, see how frequently can you remember. Next time that you're driving, you're speaking to someone, you are writing an email, can you be aware of your breath? Body's awareness and stillness and silence beneath the noise. This is your instant presence, and we're gonna go into the guided session on the following video. Thank you all.